Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Preston Endress. State police say that 2 men are dead and that a woman is critically injured after a shooting in Shenandoah early this morning. Local police were called to the West Center Street home around 1 a.m. Thursday after a resident, who was not at the home at the time, received a text which stated everyone was dead in the home. Police forced their way inside and encountered a young juvenile who said he needed help. After a search, they found a deceased older man on the first floor. A gunshot was then heard upstairs, and police found another man dead and a woman that had been critically injured. The woman was flown to the Geisinger Medical Center in Danville and remained in the ICU as of Thursday morning. State police declared that it was an isolated incident and there is no danger to the public. Names of the victims were not released, and the investigation is still ongoing. Today, city leaders from 2 countries celebrated a new partnership as Hazleton became a sister city to San Jose, Ocoa in the Dominican Republic. The ceremony was held this afternoon at Hazleton City Hall with guests from all over Pennsylvania and the Dominican Republic. The Sister City Agreement connects both cities through unique opportunities and cultures. Education exchanges, community programs, and business connections have the potential to benefit all ages. San Jose de Ocoa is Hazleton's second Sister City agreement. The first was a pair of Italian mountain communities in Campania, Ambro, and Mingardo. A man from Reading is facing multiple charges after police in Shenandoah say he was found naked and passed out behind the wheel of a car. It happened Friday on the 100 block of West Cherry Street, where officers responded to reports of a nude man chasing people in the neighborhood. When police arrived, they located a black Nissan and found a naked man asleep in the driver's seat. He was identified as 50-year-old Monsell Marcellus Collins. Investigators say before officers arrived, Collins had allegedly exposed himself to a woman and her 8-year-old child, then made inappropriate gestures and comments before returning to his vehicle. Collins was taken into custody and now faces a felony charge of corruption of minors, along with several misdemeanors, including indecent exposure and open lewdness. He was arraigned and remains in the Schuylkill County Prison on a $25,000 bail. A preliminary hearing is set for July 10th. Power is back on in downtown Wilkes-Barre following a gas leak that caused outages and shut down part of the city Wednesday night. More than 3,700 customers lost power around 9 p.m. as crews responded to the leak near Public Square. City officials say electricity has now been restored and nearby businesses can return to normal operations. Drivers should still expect some delays and parking restrictions today as work continues in the area. Coming up on WYLN News, we get ready for the 4th of July with lots of events around our area and share helpful tips to keep your pets calm during the noisy festivities. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
The trusted pediatric care you've come to know and love from Lehigh Valley Health Network is now being offered in a brand new, more convenient location. Now located at 1701 East Broad Street in Hazleton, our team of pediatric experts is ready to provide the comprehensive care your child deserves in a space that's built just for them. For hours or to schedule an appointment, visit lvhn.org/HazletonPeds. That's Hazleton PEDS, or call 888-402-LVHN today.
Hi, my name is Russ, and I'm 4 years old. Tomorrow's weather will be bright and sunny out.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts, just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers, But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Back to WYLN News. It's time to celebrate Independence Day with fun, food, and fireworks. There are a lot of events happening Friday to celebrate the 4th of July. Here are just a few in our area. In Hazleton, we have the Independence Day Festival, Rockin' the Mountain concert series, and a fireworks show. At City Hall, complete with craft vendors and food trucks. Millville will have its 125th Independence Day parade in the morning, while Berwick will have an all-day celebration at Jackson Mansion Lawn. Bloomsburg starts their festivities at 4 p.m. at Bloomsburg Town Park, and Wilkes-Barre will be having their old-fashioned 4th of July celebration at Kirby Park on Market Street from noon to 10 p.m. Rockin' the Mountain faithfully returns for its second week tribute band. Gates open at 5 p.m. and music starts at 6. There will be food trucks and fun for the whole family. The American Humane Society wants to help you keep your pets safe for the holiday. July 5th is the busiest day of the year for animal shelters because pets often run away due to the loud noise of fireworks. If your pet is scared by loud noises like thunderstorms, it's suggested you follow some helpful tips like leaving them inside with windows closed and shades down to minimize the flashes of sound and light. Make sure your pet's ID tag is secure and updated with the most current information. Pets often look to see how you're reacting, so act calm and give them reassuring pets. And finally, research commercially available stress-reducing products or talk to your vet about medications. Keeping your pet calm and safe will help everyone have a less stressful holiday. While millions are planning to travel around the country this weekend, AAA says that Pennsylvanians will be paying less for gas this 4th of July compared to 2024. Here in Luzerne County, the average gas price is $3.18 per gallon, just 2 cents more than the national average. Across Pennsylvania, the average is $3.34, which is 32 cents less than last year. If you are taking a drive to western Pennsylvania, expect to pay a bit extra to fill that tank. Their average is about 35 cents more, with Warren counties coming in at $3.65. Coming up on Freeland's News Choice, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with our 4th and final part of Montoursville. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
Are you waking up? The sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks night guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to brooksnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's brooksnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
On this week's show, Mary Haldeman's going to tell her story. A lot of painful arthritis, not better from other doctors, but gentle chiropractic care makes her feel much better. So tune in the show and hear Mary's story.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Hi, my name is Russ. My boys out. Tomorrow's good will be bright and sunny out.
A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
December 1st, 1959 dawned as a snowy day in Montoursville. Many miles away, Allegheny Airlines number 371 took off from Philadelphia with 26 people on board, headed for Cleveland with stops in Harrisburg, Williamsport, Bradford, and Erie along the way. The plane made its first scheduled stop in Pennsylvania's capital at 8:51 a.m. without incident. It departed for Williamsport at 9:06. Pilot Thomas Goldsmith, who had originally been on vacation during the week but had volunteered to fly the plane when the regularly scheduled pilot had fallen ill, requested clearance from the airport at 9:17. He followed the low-frequency radio beam that the Williamsport Airport used at the time, as its control tower had not yet been finished, to the airport, getting clearance to land at 9:41 a.m. Due to the storm, however, he could not see the runway in the snow. Captain Goldsmith then decided to make the landing based on the plane's instruments. As he had 9 years of flying experience at the time, he was qualified to attempt a landing in this fashion. He banked the plane around and raised its altitude to prepare for landing. With the intensity of the snow, however, he could not see the high Bald Eagle Mountain looming over the south end of the airport. Allegheny Flight 371 slammed into the peak at high speed at 9:47 a.m., carving a wide swath across the mountain before bursting into flames. Rescue crews raced to the site, arriving at 11:25. Only 3 passengers had survived the crash: Fred Gaze from New Cumberland, William Derry of Pottstown, and Lou Matarazzo of Philadelphia. Gaze and Derry would succumb to their injuries on the way to the hospital, leaving Matarazzo the accident's sole survivor. Matarazzo, who was president of the Philadelphia Sportswear Company, believed he had been saved by divine intervention, as the seat had been next to a section of the plane that had broken open on impact, allowing him to escape. Among those who lost their lives in the crash were Reverend Theodore Engest of Philadelphia St. Boniface Church, Ruth Ferguson of Camp Hill, who was on her way to visit her son in Cleveland, and Hank Snyder, who worked at Harrisburg's Phoenix Steel Company. An investigation afterwards concluded that a faulty compass had mistakenly given Captain Goldsmith the wrong coordinates when he attempted to land the plane. Today, the wreckage of Allegheny Airlines Flight 371 remains on Bald Eagle Mountain. Its site is registered with the Pennsylvania Historical Museum Commission as an official archaeological site, thus protecting it for generations to come. Decades after the crash of Allegheny Airlines Flight 371, another terrible airline crash would shake Montoursville to the core. TWA Flight 800 arrived at New York City's John F. Kennedy International Airport at 4:38 p.m. on July 17, 1996 from Athens. It was refueled in preparation for a subsequent flight to Rome, with a scheduled departure time at 7 o'clock. Takeoff, however, would be delayed an hour by maintenance and baggage issues. The plane lifted off normally at 8:19 and headed east towards the Atlantic. At 8:31, however, the plane exploded, with many witnesses seeing a massive fireball in the sky. All 230 passengers on board were killed, making the accident the third worst aviation disaster in American history. Among the casualties were 16 members of Montoursville Area High School's French Club who were on their way to Paris, and 5 chaperones. Michelle Bolin, Jordan Cox, Julia Grimm, Amanda Karshner, Jody Loudenslegger, Monica Weaver, and Wendy Wolfson were among the Montoursville area students lost. A subsequent investigation concluded the explosion was likely triggered by a short circuit in the plane's central fuel tank, setting off fuel vapors. Today, a memorial to those lost in the disaster stands outside Montoursville Area High School. Through the late 20th and early 21st century, Montoursville had many former residents to cheer on the sports world. On the baseball diamond, Tom O'Malley made an impact in 2 different countries. O'Malley originally debuted in the majors with the San Francisco Giants in 1982. He would bounce around with several teams as a third baseman for the rest of the 1980s, playing for the Chicago White Sox, Baltimore Orioles, and New York Mets, among other squads. By 1991, O'Malley went to Japan, where he would find more success than he had in America. He would win the 1993 Central League batting title with the Hanshin Tigers, and was MVP of 1995's Japan Series as a member of the Yakult Swallows, capping off a year in which he hit 31 home runs and a .307 batting average, the 5th of 6 straight years in Japan they would hit over 300. O'Malley retired in 1996. Between his time in America and Japan, he accumulated 136 home runs and 619 RBIs. After his playing days, O'Malley managed the independent New York Bears from 1998 to 2001, then returned to Japan, where he was a coach and scout for the Hanshin Tigers through 2009. While Tom O'Malley's career was winding down, another Montoursville resident's baseball journey was beginning, one that would lead him to Cooperstown. Mike Mussina was born in town in 1968 and excelled in the pitcher's mound for Montoursville area, with a career 24-4 record and a .87 ERA for the Warriors baseball team. He committed to Stanford for college, where he would continue to excel under legendary manager Mark Marquis, making 2 College World Series appearances. Mussina was drafted by the Baltimore Orioles and made his major league debut for the team in 1992. He immediately made an impact, winning 18 games and tossing 4 shutouts. For the next 7 years, he would be the clear ace of the Orioles staff, frequently flirting with 20 wins in a season and being a frequent Cy Young Award finalist. Mussina signed with the New York Yankees in free agency in 2000 and continued his dominance. He reached 2 World Series with the Yankees and memorably came on relief in Game 7 of the 2003 ALCS, holding the Red Sox scoreless when they were leading 4-0 for 3 innings, and thus buying the Yankees time to come back and win. Mussina retired in 2008 with a career that featured 270 wins, a 3.68 career ERA, 2,813 strikeouts, 5 near-perfect games in which he allowed only 1 or 2 hits, 7 Gold Gloves, and 5 All-Star Games appearances. Mike Mussina was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 2019. Another Montoursville resident made her mark on the basketball court. Kelly Mazzani was born in town in 1982 and would score over 3,000 points with the Lady Warriors, the 3rd most in the history of basketball in the state of Pennsylvania. Mazzani continued her dominance at Penn State, where she scored 2,919 career points, which was the most in the history of the Big Ten until it was broken by Minnesota's Rachel Banham in 2016, and then again by Iowa's Caitlin Clark in 2024. Mazzani was drafted by the WNBA Charlotte Sting in 2004. She spent 3 years as a reserve guard for the franchise until the Sting folded in 2007. She was picked up by the Phoenix Mercury in the subsequent dispersal draft. Mazzani found her niche with the Mercury, leading the team to WNBA titles in 2007 and 2009 with her three-point prowess. She was traded to New York Liberty in 2010, but due to a torn ACL did not play for the team. She instead went to Europe after healing and played for teams in Slovakia and Hungary, among other countries. She returned to America in 2011 with the Atlanta Dream. Kelly Mazzani retired in 2014.
Hi, my name is Sunshine Boys. Tomorrow's girl will be playing and sunny out.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.